from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. The Buckeyes ready to kick it away first. Let's see what he can do with the return. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So Texas's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
The run inside. It smothers. Makes it past the marker. Could be an alley. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Throwing Manning. Makes the catch. It's Wingo. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Man, what a start for this offense. That's what you kind of want, man. You want to get in a rhythm. You want to get in the flow. Now, you don't expect 3 plays and 3 first downs, but they'll absolutely take it. But coming out the gates with energy, with passion, executing at a really high level.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And the Longhorns are threatening on first and goal. Art's going to spin it again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
Now, I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Unloads quickly. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Incomplete, a 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the catch. It's Jackson. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finding open areas. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Thrust that arm out. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Saying. Got his man. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Such a great job on the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Quick spin on the run. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking for room, it's Smothers. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go play action with Manning. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's Arch to throw. Flips it out in the flat. Breaks into the open. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Offense in a bunch formation. On the ground with the counter. Shakes off the defender. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
And a great job selling that deep route and then sticking his foot in the ground, running the comeback, going and catching the football and knowing exactly where he was on the field to make sure he was in bounds.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. The give on the counter. There's a crease. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed. You know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back. Get it into his hands quickly. Let him go pick up the first.
Open on the left side, it's Smith. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Right down the middle. It's complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Running the red zone. It's Jackson. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he puts through the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
That's caught. It's Brown. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
You know, God bless Texas, because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into. And there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Shakes a man, and he might take off. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas. This crowd absolutely loving it as Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Sayin on the play action. Snagged in the middle. It's Jackson. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Off the play fake. On the run, fires downfield. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. Ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Texas sideline, the quarterback has done a terrific job here today, guys. Over 150 yards passing, but they have yet to answer on the ground. They want to keep this defense guessing, not get predictable in their play calls. That means they've got to get better on the line of scrimmage and get that run game alive here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Manning. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks the tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Arch is going to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, they're trying to hit the tight end on a corner throw downfield. Nice job defensively running with the big fella and knocking it away.
Got to pick up a few to move the sticks here on 3rd down from their own 20. Wide receiver going in motion. And the missed connection on 3rd down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Good, right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ohio Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Hold and finds his man on the left. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. Oh, he just held it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to them. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Julian saying to throw. Makes the grab. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They're going to run it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Here's Sayin to throw. Under fire. Tried to nestle that lob in, but it's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Buckeyes line up to punt it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Coleman's got it on the right side. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Quick release by the QB. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense in Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his highs and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Arch Madness. He uncorks one deep. Pass is broken up downfield, and look who's there. The linebacker covering serious ground. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. Zings it complete to the right. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Trying to get it to the marker. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. Throw it, say it. Fires to the wideout. Smith with the grab over the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to throw it, Sayin. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Fires quickly. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. From the gun on third down, Sayin. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Sayin back to the air. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out.
Touchdown, Buckeye! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
That textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Running inside, it's Simon. Picks up the first down. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's Manning to throw. caught in the backfield. It's Smothers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. It's Manning. He's got him. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with a look at Kansas, taking on the number 25 team, the Missouri Tigers. And it's the Jayhawks coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, I caught up with Ryan Day at the half. Their defense has done a terrific job so far, and today they're kicking off here to start the second half. That defense has got to step up again because they are facing a really stout running game. They've done a good job in the first half, but I will let you know how this continues to build here in the third quarter. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Keeps it on the draw. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Zayed rushes on him. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Trying to make. It's a fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble. I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls out.
The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. Wants to bring it back. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. The run inside. It smothers. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gets the back moving. Manning. He's going for the big play. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, listen, they say they play defense for a reason, right? You had an interception on the last drive defensively. You had a golden opportunity to come away with another one right there, but he puts it on the ground.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. They'll run the screen. There he goes! And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, the offense trying to attack the perimeter of the field in the passing game. And how about the sweet feet by the receiver on that play?
Who doesn't like a little dash of the arts with their football? A little ballet moment there. Under fire. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball win.
Throwing Manning. Steps away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The quick out. And, boy, is he close to that. Now, maybe just a couple of inches short. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. The offense changing the play. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's 2nd and 2. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Let's see what he can do with it. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
And there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Here's Arts to throw. Pressure coming. Kept it, and he's past the marker. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
He's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Caught over the middle, it's Smothers. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They'll run it. It's Brown. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. A designed run for the quarterback. Maybe a crease. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Here's Brown. Next going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Julian with the play fake. Got it. Could not make his way to the corner.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. Saying. And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Texas sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start.
It's a fumble on the play. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Gets away from one, finds room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll move the tight end. From the red zone, it's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To throw, Manning. Here's the pressure. Being chased. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they kick it in for 6 more points.
That play calling menu just gets so much bigger when I got a guy, Jesse, that can do this. Like, he can run the football, such a weapon. We saw it all throughout this game so far. You see it once you get closer to that red area, man. You get that +1 advantage having your quarterback that can be a running threat.
And the frustrating part for a defense, too, is that even when you're right, you're wrong. And we've seen on some of these runs today, guys have been in position to make a tackle, but they just can't get him down on the ground. He's got that dynamic running ability. He's a true dual threat. And right now, he's given this defense all they can handle.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. giving up that score. Now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quarterback running on the draw, and he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
This offense is in no hurry, right? Control the clock is priority number one. I'm going to run the football. I got the lead. I already got great field position, but I'm not interested in scoring right away. I got to make sure I watch that play clock tick down, maximize those seconds, and keep being physical with the run game.
Running inside, it's Brown. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. He got it. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at 3rd.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Again, it's Sayin. Fires to the middle. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
This offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Palmer, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well, and I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Stop! Nothing! Denied right in his tracks, and it's 4th down for this defense. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There will be a new team atop the rankings when they come out next. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Sayin to throw. He's got the tight end.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Working that left side now. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a 1st down. The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the wide receiver. Just keep slinging it. And that one's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Throwing, say it. Makes the grab, it's Johnson.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Takes the easy completion. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. That 4th down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. The sure hands, it's Jackson. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. Got 4 receivers spread across the field, 3 on the right on 2nd and 4. Sayin back to the air. Punts it out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Here's the heat. He's got it.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the 1st down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. 4th down, Sayin. Fires into the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Arch is going to throw for it. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. It'll be 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Simon. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. The Longhorns will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Punt is in the air. Takes it on the return. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Sends it back in motion. Say it. Fires to the big fella.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And the Buckeyes in the hurry up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Say it. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Sayin. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the right. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fitted in the window for the score.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Here comes the 2-point try. Here's Sayin to throw. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now it's a 2-possession game, down 15. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance, and the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss, and Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated in all three facets on the field. This isn't just a one-solution fix. There are a lot of question marks now. They're going to be revolving around this program, and a lot of doubters now from the outside. A lot of that energy is going to start seeping in.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.